Hey guys, this is Sam, and there's been some new information about the iPhone 8 even since the massive leak from Apple themselves about the design that happened on late Sunday night, early Monday morning, and we've learned some more about the possibility that an iPhone SE 2 is probably going to make its debut sometime in 2018. So lots of exciting things to talk about. Let's go ahead and jump in. First up is the iPhone 8. Now the same HomePod firmware that Apple released, maybe on accident, maybe on purpose, we don't know at this point, that revealed the iPhone 8's design, has also given us some new information about the facial scanning technology that will be shipping with the iPhone 8 when it's announced, probably in September of 2017. There's been a lot of speculation as to how this facial scanning technology would work. What we've seen in the HomePod firmware is that it confirms Apple is working on a feature like that for the iPhone 8. We don't know exactly how it works, but we've seen some new metrics hidden within the code. Now, we've heard from Bloomberg that not only would this facial recognition replace Touch ID, it would be faster and more secure. I still have a really hard time believing that because I feel like the fingerprint is so much more secure than something relying on images to unlock your phone. I mean, take a look at the Samsung Galaxy S8. Samsung took a leap and they left the fingerprint sensor on the back of their phone, but they also added iris scanning. Now, Apple's technology is going to be a little bit more different, and it sounds like it will capture and understand more detail than just iris scanning. It will take an entire photo or series of photos of your face and understand it better than just the iris scanning. But Samsung's sensor was able to be tricked. If you used an older camera, took a black and white photo, printed it out, and put a contact lens over someone's eye or eyes, you could trick the Samsung Galaxy S8 into unlocking itself. So that's why I'm skeptical as to how Apple's facial scanning technology could end up being more secure than Touch ID. Is it possible? Absolutely. Apple could be working on something much more advanced than just iris scanning. But it still kind of scares me because if we don't have Touch ID and we're just relying on facial scanning, I don't want it to be slower, and I want it to be the most secure that it can be. So it sounds like Apple might have that under wraps, and they are going to make it more secure and quick, but we don't really know for sure. Touch ID has been rumored in the past to be either in the screen or in the power button. Nobody at this point is seeing Touch ID technology embedded into the power or lock button. They say it's just a single piece of metal, that there's no way that Touch ID is on the inside. And as for the screen, we've also not heard a lot of reports saying that Apple is continuing to work on embedding it in the screen. It looks like at this point, Touch ID could be completely replaced by this facial scanning technology, which is going to be a big change that will probably upset a lot of people. Let me know your thoughts on this down below. Will you be buying the iPhone 8 if it does not have Touch ID? Because at this point, my expectations are very low. Maybe Apple has found a way to embed it into the screen, but based on the new code found in the HomePod firmware, it looks like facial recognition is the future. I really respect and thank the people that have been taking the time to look through the HomePod firmware, scanning through each and every single line of code to see what they could find. And another Apple site, iHelpBR, was able to discover this interesting line or series of code, and it says something about 4K 60p recording coming to the iPhone 8, meaning the iPhone 8's front and rear cameras, according to this screenshot, could support 4K video and the ability to record 4K video at 60 frames per second. That feature is only found in relatively mid to high-end DSLRs right now, in the Panasonic GH5, for example. But in phones, I think to date it's been in one Sony phone, but nothing mainstream. Samsung, Google, Microsoft, do they make phones? Probably not. Right now, the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus can record 4K video at 30 frames per second, and that's pretty much the standard across the board. Samsung's doing it. I think the Google Pixel does it as well. That's basically the standard in the industry right now. But if Apple was to push that forward, the great thing about competition is we would also probably see 60 frames per second 4K recording on the next Google Pixel or the next Samsung Galaxy, and it would be really exciting for everybody, not just for iPhone users. So hopefully we see this come true. As a video person myself, I'd love to see this happen. And the last thing so far, because I have high confidence that people will discover more things about the iPhone 8 in this HomePod firmware, but the last thing so far that has been discovered at the time of recording this is that there might be a tap to wake feature on the iPhone 8, meaning that if you double tap the screen like that, the screen would come on. We have a raise to wake feature that was introduced, I think, with iOS 9 or iOS 10, that's really cool. You don't have to click a button when you just raise your phone, the screen comes on. We've had this feature on the Apple Watch for a long time, so if I cover it up, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but if you double tap, the screen comes on. I've always asked myself why that hasn't been a feature embedded in iPhones, because it's really useful on the Apple Watch, and I hope we see that comment to the iPhone 8 because I think it'd be really cool. So that's going to be the latest on the iPhone 8. I have mixed reviews on the removal of Touch ID, but I think I will make it through, because some exciting news came out about another iPhone. The iPhone SE 2 was rumored to make a comeback in early 2018. Now, we heard a rumor about 2 or 3 weeks ago that Apple would be holding an August event, which is in the month at the time of this video going live of YouTube. I just don't think it's really going to happen at this point. I can't remember the last time that we saw an Apple event in August, and while the rumor would be exciting if true, I don't think it's going to happen. So in this new report, if accurate, we've heard that not only is the iPhone SE not dead, but a second generation iPhone SE would be making a debut in early 2018, which is really exciting for me because I love the original iPhone SE. I feel like a lot of people didn't understand it or get the point when we have big screen phones in 2017, but I liked it. It was a really good device. Plus, it recycled the iPhone 5S's design, which a lot of people saw as a negative, but I still think that to this day, that's the best looking iPhone out there. Now, I don't know how accurate these specs are gonna be, but it looks like we will be seeing a legitimate iPhone SE 2, not just more storage or a cheaper, lower cost. It looks like we'll be seeing an Apple A10 processor on the inside, which is the same chip inside of the iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus, in addition to a screen size between 4.0 and 4.2 inches. Now, the report states that the iPhone SE's design will remain largely the same and pretty much won't be unchanged at all, which is good and bad because I like the design of the iPhone SE, but I always am down for a new phone design from Apple. But the screen size between 4 and 4.2 inches is probably just going to remain at the 4 inches that it is on the original iPhone SE because that works well for a lot of people, and a major selling point of the iPhone SE is the smaller screen size in general. As far as battery life goes on the iPhone SE 2, that could also be seen an upgrade, which is incredible because I thought the original iPhone SE, the one you can buy right now, already had incredible battery life. The version of the battery inside of the iPhone SE right now is 1,624 milliamp hours, and this new report suggests that the iPhone SE 2 could have a battery capacity of up to 1,700 milliamp hours. So not a huge upgrade, only 76 milliamp hours more, but hey, better battery life is better battery life. And finally, as far as storage goes on the iPhone SE 2, it looks like it will be available in 32 and 128 gigabyte variations. So a big jump between 32 to 128. But if you want to go pay the extra $100 to get the 128 gigabyte version, I feel like that is totally worth it at this point. That is all we know about the iPhone SE 2, in addition to the fact that it will be primarily manufactured in India, which is super cool for any people who live in India. As of right now, that's everything we know about the iPhone SE 2 and the iPhone 8 as well. If you guys enjoyed this video, as always, it really helps me out. Take a second to hit that like button down below, and of course hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this on the iPhone SE 2 and iPhone 8 in the future. I've been Sam. I hope all of you are doing great, and I'll talk to you later.